We now turn our attention to boxing and the upcoming fight on the 20th of April 2019. We've got Terrence Crawford defending his World Boxing Organisation World Welterweight title against Amir Khan. There's been quite a lot of build-up to this one. The problem we have with this fight is Terrence Crawford is a very heavy favourite. If we look at the betting, the best price you're going to get on Terrence Crawford is 1 to 9. 1 to 20 is out there as well. Extremely short price. Amir Khan, best price 9 to 1. A lot of 8s out there, but best price 9 to 1. Draw 25 to 1. So if you look at those odds straight away, 1 to 9 on Terrence Crawford. You're not going to get rich betting on that. So, we know that Terrence Crawford is a tremendous competitor. We know he's very capable. The question here is how we're going to find value in the betting. We'll just run through the records quickly. Terrence Crawford, 34 victories, 25 by KO. No losses whatsoever. And Amir Khan, if we look at his record, he's got 33 wins, 20 by KO. 4 losses, 3 by knockout. And he's coming off victories against Samuel Vargas and Phil LaGreco. Those are the 2 fights he's had since he was knocked out against Canelo Alvarez in 2016. That was a heavy knockdown against Canelo. He took some time away, and he's subsequently come back with Eddie Hearn, fought in Liverpool against LaGreco, and fought in Birmingham against Samuel Vargas. What I'd say straight away is what most boxing fans will already know. 2 decent fighters he fought, but nowhere near the level of Terrence Crawford, not really top elite fighters. He was even knocked down against Samuel Vargas, which wasn't very impressive. These were meant to be easy fights for him. He did dispatch Phil LaGreco in impressive style very quickly by TKO, but the Vargas performance wasn't great. He won on points, was down, and Vargas is someone he should have been beaten comfortably. So that's not a good sign for him. He hasn't really fought anyone on Terrence Crawford's record since that knockout to Saul Alvarez. We know what he is about. He's got very quick hands. He's got a lot of talent and ability in that way. He's not the most powerful, but he's got speed, and he's quicker than most. Against Canelo, he more or less won the first 6 rounds before he got knocked out. So there's always a chance that Khan's going to pick up early rounds just because of that speed. When he's fresh, if he keeps moving, I understand he's working with Virgil Hunter again for this fight with Crawford. So he'll be working on speed, hitting and moving, working to his strengths. The problem is Terrence Crawford is a master. He's pound for pound the best, arguably. He's thought of up there already with the likes of Mayweather. Quick hands, very astute, very intelligent in the ring, very high IQ. He's just a tremendous all-round fighter. He's got everything. He's a big name in America. I would say that he's still got some way to go to becoming a massive name worldwide, and that's nothing to do with his ability, because his ability is pretty much unrivaled. He's as good as anyone around at the moment. Future Hall of Famer. As I said, he's got all the skills, and it's just a question of his marketing, really, as to why he's not a massive, huge star in other countries. And he's a very intelligent guy. He's very shrewd, speaks very well. Doesn't talk a lot though. He's someone who does his talking with his hands, does his talking in the ring, delivers results, and with a bit more marketing and a bit more advertising, he will become a huge world star. He'll be in the top 3 boxers without doubt. Top 3 or top 5 boxers. He's a name that should be up there with the Canelos. It should be up there with the Anthony Joshuas. He's just a pound for pound great already. We've seen the betting. We know that Crawford's the favourite. He's very likely to win. 1 to 9 is all you're going to get. We've got to straight away go to the group betting to try and get some value. We've got to find the round that he's going to end this fight in, or decide whether it's going to go to points. I actually think he's going to bamboozle Khan. I think the first sort of 3 or 4 rounds will be close. I think Khan will hold his own, but as the fight draws on, I think the fact that Khan hasn't operated at this level for so long is going to catch up with him. We also have to remember that fight against Canelo, he went up in weight. I went up a couple of weight classes, and then he's come down again. I know it's a long time ago now, 2016, but that sort of thing takes a toll on your career. Khan's been around for a while. He's been knocked out a number of times. His chin's always been questionable. He's always had that talent and speed of hands, and he's always had a lot of ability, but there's always been a chance he'd get knocked out, and that's happened on quite a few occasions in his career. So that's all will have taken a toll. Crawford hasn't lost. Very strong mentally. I think he'll be looking to deal with this in style. I think he'll get the stoppage. It's a question of what rounds you want to go for. If we look at the odds in the group betting, we can see Terrence Crawford to win in rounds 7 to 12 is 7 to 4. I'd probably bunch it, look for the 3 round groupings. There tends to be a little bit more value on that. Crawford rounds 1 to 4, you get 7 to 2. Rounds 9 to 12, you're looking at 7 to 2. Rounds 6 to 9, you're looking at 7 to 2. I would be looking at rounds 6 to 9 and rounds 9 to 12. I think Khan's going to do pretty well early on, as I said. I think he'll get halfway through the fight, but I just think the speed of Crawford and his ring IQ and his ring generalship and his confidence, it'll just be too much for him. I think he'll become overwhelmed. I would say look at round 7 to 9 or 9 to 12. Personally, I'm going to go for round 7 to 9. I don't see it going beyond that. I think Crawford has got too much going for him. He's patient. The speed of Khan will start to slow down after 6 rounds as well. A lot of motoring around the ring on his bike. It's tiring doing that, and as we saw against Canelo, it caught up with him in the 6th round. To be fair, it was literally tiredness that caught up with Khan. He was moving around a lot and he made a mistake, and Canelo caught him with 1 punch, and that was it. I think Crawford's got a range of shots to end this fight with. I'm not saying it's going to be a massive knockout like that Canelo one, but I think it'll be a TKO. I think it'll be a stoppage. I just think Crawford will have too much. He'll be too far up on the cards. It might even be possible that a towel might come in from Virgil Hunter if he sees that Crawford is well ahead and Khan, is not returning fire and doesn't look to have any chance of winning the fight. So my bet would be round 7 to 9 on the group betting at 7 to 2 with Terrence Crawford. I think that's pretty much the best odds you're going to find looking around. There's not much value in it because Terrence Crawford is such a short favourite. I think he'll put on a show. Khan will make it interesting early on, but overall, I can't look past Terrence Crawford in this one. He's going to win this one and march on at his 35th victory and continue marching to that Hall of Fame, one of the greatest fighters of all time. So I think it'll be a decent spectacle because of Khan's speed and the fact that he'll make it interesting early on. It'll be an interesting fight, but I just think there's no way that Terrence Crawford is going to lose in this one. Give your opinions if you think otherwise. You might think that Khan has a shot. I mean, there is an argument to say because the prices are so skewed for Crawford, there might even be value on Khan. Khan is 9 to 1. I would say I was a little bit shocked that it was that high. I do think Crawford will win, but I was expecting to see Khan at around sort of 6 to 1. So some people might value there. Personally, I don't think it's a fight to look for value. I just think Crawford has got too much and has too much ability. The stage that Khan's in his career, it's towards the end of his career, definitely. Sort of the last furlong of his career, and I think Crawford is the man that could potentially end it, unless Khan wants to continue after this and fight Kell Brook, and a fight Britain's been baying for the last sort of 4 or 5 years. That fight could still happen because there's money in it. But as far as this one goes, I'm going for Terrence Crawford, and I'm going for rounds 7 to 9 at 7 to 2. You might want to look at rounds 9 to 12. I'd go for one of the two. Both are at odds of 7 to 2. That's the best value you're going to get. Enjoy the fight. Give a comment as to which way you think it will go. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time.